Howdy, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So the download is this. Don't be scared to do what you feel divinely called to do. Now, here's the thing about that, right? Because there's always like an asterisk or a disclaimer or a caveat, if you will. The thing of it is that we have to not completely eliminate the ego, but get it out the way, at least enough to know the truth, the healed version of what it is you're supposed to do. Because if you don't work on your healing first and foremost, now you don't have to be completely healed. Like, just like if you get into an accident, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? We don't need that to happen. But God forbid you got into an accident, right? The hospital isn't going to wait to release you all the way until you are completely healed with no like scabs or anything like that. Like, that's gross. It's gross imagery, but I mean, that's what spirit gives me, so I'm giving it to you. Anyway, the hospital releases you when you are healed enough, right? And that's what spirit is saying. Spirit is like, you just got to be healed enough to know better. You got to be healed enough to know better. Now, like if you're released from that, in that scenario, you're released from the hospital, as soon as you get out of the hospital, you are not supposed to get back on like that motorcycle or whatever it was that caused that injury in the first place, right? You're not supposed to start hot rodding and running around town doing the exact same thing that got you hurt in the first place, right? You had to allow space for healing. But that doesn't mean that you can't get around. That doesn't mean that you can't function. It just means that you need to still allow time and space for healing. Same thing with the action, whatever divine instruction that you're receiving, you could still take action on it, but you need to make sure that you're healed enough to know if that instruction is coming from a place of spite, is what I receive, or a place of divine alignment. Because there is a difference, and it is a very clear one once you start to heal. And another way to know if it is from divine alignment is, how does it make you feel when you think of it? Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you clarity? Does it bring you direction? Or does it trigger some sort of flame, like irritant in you, where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna show them? Like, clearly that's ego, right? So the bottom line of this bottom line is, listen to the divine instruction, but make sure you're healed enough first to know the difference. Use that discernment. Tap in. Listen to your intuitive guidance system.